we do here is go back. What we do here is go back.
You never know, that might actually be working. I'm not entirely sure if it is. Oh yeah, it is. I can see it on the screen now. Let's adjust that so I can actually see what the F is going on. My eyes aren't as good as they used to be, sadly. Good evening, everyone. It's Mike here, Mikesunboxing reviews and how-to, and join. Oh, what the hell's that? Oh, Poppy's on the jazz already. That crazy little cat be the death of me, I swear. If she isn't, it will definitely be a knife. I actually stabbed myself in the thumb, right into my thumb this week, with this particular knife, extended pretty much like that and right into my thumb, and it was kind of hanging out.
What do you say to me?
That wasn't great. I didn't like that a great deal. There was many milliliters of blood disposed on the floor and also over computer components. Anyway, that's enough about me. It is Saturday the something of 18th of December 2021. This is the last stream before Christmas. Well, potentially the last Saturday stream at least, because it will be Saturday, will be Christmas. There might be another live stream in the coming week. I'm not entirely sure. I've got a build. I was planning to try and do a build tonight as the final build of the kind of this year really, but due to the fact of stabbing myself in the thumb and turning my thumb effectively into a phallus, yeah, it's not easy to actually manipulate parts and stuff. So I'm resting up my thumb, so no build tonight unfortunately. But for those of you that haven't already known or guessed or seen, we have got a massive giveaway from our friends over at Marvo, in conjunction obviously with ourselves. We've got about £200 worth plus of streaming and gaming equipment to give away. There is going to be a link in the video description, I think already. Possibly Kath will paste it into the chat, or one of the other people will.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's in the video description anyway. So sadly it is only for those of you in the United Kingdom. That is down to Marvo themselves, not us. It is a regional giveaway, so apologies to those of you that are further afield and are missing out, but don't worry, we'll try and work something out somewhere along the line so that, well, we don't leave out of our foreign friends or overseas friends. Surprised to see actually anyone in the chat this evening. I genuinely am. It is obviously, like I said, It's Saturday night here in the United Kingdom, the last Saturday before Christmas, and traditionally this is like shopping crazy day and everyone going out on the razzle, having a bit of a party before winding down for Christmas. So we're going to start our winding down round about now, although I don't feel very wound down, I feel rather wound up, which is not good. I should be relaxing, but no, I'm here doing a stream on a Saturday night. What an absolute lunatic. I should be sat in front of the TV watching downloaded cams of films. Don't do that, kids, it's very bad. So let's say hello to some of you that are in the chat already. Paul Baker's with us, says good evening all. How you doing, Paul? Hopefully you're doing well. Paul was actually one of the lucky ones today. For those of you that want to get a last minute Christmas bargain, we've been actually doing some, not giveaways as such, but basically any of the items that we have kind of hanging around here which are taking up room and we want to get rid of and try and pass on some of the love to some of you out there in Discord land. In our Discord there is a channel called X Review Bargains, and today Kath's been going crazy and listing tons and tons of things on there. Sorry to everybody that got pinged. Yeah, maybe we should have used at here rather than everyone, but well, it's one of those things, it's first come first serve, so we want everyone to get a fair crack at the whip. So for those of you that got pinged unnecessarily and didn't want to buy anything or didn't want any of those goodies, we do apologise. Yeah, we have learned from our mistake, and from now on we'll be just doing at here. So keep an eye on that if you want to find any bargains. And actually, there's a couple of things in there which are still available. So if you're interested in anything, head over to the Discord, go into the X Review Bargains section. If there's anything you want, just send Kath a direct message in Discord and she'll arrange it for you. Very good prices. There's some crazy things. We've got the Boya miniature mic set. There's actually 2 sets of those which we've got, and what are they going for, Kath? Something crazy like £10 for the set?
Yeah, I think
Just something mad like that. So yeah, a wireless microphone set for those of you that are into maybe streaming or recording. Works with iPhone, Android, PC, cameras, etc. 10 quid. And it costs us basically that to post it, so you're essentially getting it for nothing. So anyway, if you want any deals, head over into the Discord chat and you can find out more. So also we've got Chris with us. Chris Toss says good evening. How you doing, Chris? William Bodie, of course. How you doing, William? Thank you for commenting on actually every single video, I believe, at the moment. Every single video that we've actually ever released, I believe William has actually gone in and commented on each one. So thank you very much for that. And thank you to everyone actually who comments on all the videos, even if they're crap. You guys still seem to get involved and stick a like on it in a comment. So we do appreciate that, we really do. And I do answer them, pretty much every single one, unless they get put to one side because you've put a link in or you've said a naughty word. Naughty words are prohibited on YouTube. If you didn't know that already, it's pretty obvious. So some things don't get through. Rick H with us and says greetings to all the mubs around the globe. Hope you had a good week. Yeah, it's not been too bad a week actually. I'm trying to think what happened last week. Was I still a little bit ill? I think I'm getting there. Still getting there. It's been a very slow recovery this time around with this cold I've had, or virus, or whatever the heck it's been. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much 95% possibly, which for me is bloody good. Who else we got with us? Welly Bob says, evening fellow humans. And not that we're not inclusive, so if you're non-human, then welcome to you also. Matthew Day says, do we have Marvo the Magician? No, sadly not. But we do have Marvo the Magical Giveaway, which you're more than welcome to join. We'll go through some of the bits. We've actually got them on the desk here. I've also been doing some buying this week, getting ready for bits and pieces. I've still got 2 PCs to build for people for Christmas, which they still haven't been in contact. So whether or not they're going to go ahead, whether they want them or not, I don't know, but they're leaving it awfully late. So I've got 2 PCs in the process of being built. And trying to get parts is not easy. Actually, I ventured outside of the actual house yesterday. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, outside the actual house for, I think, the 2nd time this week, which is pretty impressive for me. And there was a local person on Facebook Marketplace actually selling NVMe SSDs for a reasonable price. I could have got them pretty much similar prices on Amazon, but I figured, hey, what the hell, let's try and put some money back into the local community. So I went and bought some NVMe drives. Actually, they were the ADATA XPG drives, the old, I think, SN600s or SV600s. But yeah, nice little drive. So picked those up last night, and from what I can tell, fingers crossed, they appear to work. I plugged them into the PC. Actually, I used Bob's little M.2 caddy, plugged them into there, and they seem to be working fine. So that was awesome. Anyway, I digress.
Right, someone keeps on moaning and this guy keeps talking. I don't care, we are only here for the PC, so I don't know what that means.
Someone's moving. Shinmangmi? Whatever. Yeah, not too sure what you are going about. Answer me, dang it. What do you want to know? This guy just keeps on talking, bro. Well, it's kind of like boring. It is my channel, so.
Boring if you just sit there.
Yeah. Bear in mind, I don't know who you actually are. I've never spoken to you before, as far as I can tell. Chill the F out or get out.
Was the mic in?
Discord chat, yeah, it was in the extra view bargains. So, who else? Matthew Day says, P.S. My pizza and baked potato will be a little bit late, so probably right on time. For me, probably I was a little bit late. William Bodie's having Hawaiian pizza in the oven, or Hawaii pizza. Drinking Tuborg Xmas beer. Nice. Rick H, good evening, Lady Calf and Sir Mike. Thank you very much, sir. Big Balls Bev, good evening, Mike. How you doing? Dutch Jan says, ho hoy everybody, how you doing? Steve Larkin, hello everyone, good evening.
Can you tell William Ugly Bob's working tonight?
Yeah, Ugly Bob is working tonight. He said, he messaged us earlier and says it might not be in the stream later, because I'm actually driving home, but if I get in, I'll try and get in for the last few minutes. So I thought that was quite impressive, the fact that he's been away working, he's driving all the way home, long journey home, and rather than going home and seeing his family and saying hello to loved ones, he's going to try and get on the stream. So, yes, very nice. Antonins Venditti says hello, how you doing? William Bodie says, holy moly, forgot to press like, done now. Thank you. You don't need to, it's nice, it's appreciated. Who else? Dutch Jan, Big Balls Bevies, Pete Unwin, how you doing, Pete? Captain Meets Adventures, how you doing? Have you been banned from Facebook? I've not seen some of your posts for a while. Have you been doing naughty things on Facebook again?
Okay.
Yeah, I think it happened before. Ricardo's with us, says how you doing? Kath, Mike, admins and everyone, hope you're all safe. Yeah, not doing too bad. Just preparing ourselves for lockdown number, whatever the number is now.
And Poppy's physical.
I've lost track of it. Yeah, avoiding lockdown and avoiding Poppy's claws. That is basically what we are up to. They are horrible. Nigel Thomas says, evening all, how you doing, Nigel? John Sullivan with us also as well. So hi guys. Ian W says, this time next week it'll all be over. Ho ho ho. Do you know what? I was having a little bit of a kind of, you know when you've woken up in the morning but you're kind of dozing off and you can try not to go back to sleep but you accidentally fall asleep and you go into those kind of weird dreams. I actually said that phrase in the stream that I was dreaming that I was having. And I said, yep, this time next week it'll all be over. It is weird to think that literally this time next week it'll be Christmas Day and it'll all be done and dusted effectively, especially well, by this time of the day, which is what, just past 9:15 now in the UK. Pretty much that'll be it. Most of the people will be sat around on the sofas, passing around the chocolates, farting out all the turkey, and making excuses for grandma's farting. That's Christmas Day for a lot of us in the UK and possibly around the world as well. Who else we got with us? John Sullivan says, well, he says, it is my 40th birthday today. John Sullivan, congratulations. The way that things have been in the world the last couple of years, actually making it to your 40th is pretty impressive. So well done and a very, very happy birthday to you. And I bet you get combination presents, don't you? I bet you get those presents where people can't be arsed to actually go out and buy you a decent birthday present and a Christmas present. So they just go out and buy something together. And they say, there you go, happy birthday. Oh, and it's your Christmas present as well, by the way. So F you. I want my proper presents on my birthday. I want my proper presents at Christmas. And I want my Easter stuff. Do it properly, you swines. Verse to that effect. Dave Aiken with a £2 super chat says to Mike's Mince Pie Fund. Carbs, sorry, Kath. Do you know what?
I'm on carbs now.
Kath's on carbs. We're on carbs. We had, what did we have for tea? We had Chinese for tea. Although I had teriyaki chicken and it was pretty awful. Kath had chicken chow mein? Chicken chow mein.
What is it, bland?
I'm regretting it now, I really am. That's why I'm wearing the Christmas jumper, because this sucker stretches. more so than Mike's Unboxing t-shirts, which are available from Mikesunboxing.com.
Or Discord.
Yeah, or Discord. Thank you, Cav. Yeah, happy birthday, John. Have a good one. Antonio says hi. O'Reilly says, I think I'm late. Well, better late than never. Returned Gamer says, nice jumper. It is. My Star Wars jumper.
How's it?
Ricardo says, my region is not eligible for the giveaway. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It is when it was all a little bit last minute, but it wasn't. We were going to do the giveaway a little bit earlier in the year, but with obviously what's been going on, and when I got a little bit sick as well, and Cav was sick, so we were cutting back on content, and we were actually sending out emails to suppliers and people that we work with, collaborators, I suppose you'd call them, and saying, look, I really want to do stuff, I want to help you out, I want to make the content, but at the moment I just feel really rough. It's not a good idea for me to be doing stuff. I just want to take it easy, chill out, get myself better and all that kind of stuff, and then you get back into the swing, and then you don't always send out all the emails. So yeah, Marvo got into contact with us and said, have you received the products yet for a review and for the giveaway? It's like, no. They're like, oh, you should have had those by now. I'll check what's going on. So there was a delay with that, so that's why it's kind of ran over a little bit. It was going to be, ideally, it was going to be a giveaway before Christmas, so you could have it for Christmas Day, etc., etc. But so we thought, rather than just it being a week, and Marvo themselves will be taking a short break over Christmas as well, so they won't be able to ship anything out. So we decided to push it back to the closing date being January the 3rd, which I believe is Monday, January the 3rd, if I'm not mistaken. So if you do enter and you're in the UK and you're eligible and all that kind of stuff, then you will get an email, possibly on the Monday, straight exactly midnight, or Tuesday, depending when it ends. It's all done via Gleam, so there's no shenanigans going on. It's literally all your entries go into the grand thing. I think there's like 600 entries at the moment, somewhere around that sort of figure. So yes, you've got a pretty decent chance of winning. And for those that don't, I'm not too sure what we're going to do. We have, Marvo actually sent to us the full kit, excluding the Green Man Gaming voucher. They sent us all the items for reviewing, etc. So potentially what we might do is, because we don't really need this stuff, we've got all the stuff we need. As nice as it is to have, you can actually have too much of a good thing. So potentially we might do some other little bundle or some kind of slight freebies, etc. We'll see what happens, but once we've done the videos on these, we'll possibly offer them back up to you guys, the viewers. Can't say fairer than that. That way everyone gets a little bit of a chance, even though it will potentially absolutely bankrupt me with postage charges and customs charges going to other countries. But anyway,
And it may take forever.
we'll work that out. It might take forever, yeah. Ashley says, hail and Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. O'Reilly says, I did get confused, but yeah, you probably got confused by the thumbnail, because basically I was being absolutely a lazy git, and rather than creating a new stream thumbnail, wow, that was hard. Rather than creating a new thumbnail, I figured I'd just use one for the video, and it's basically the same thing. What else we got? So Nicholas Barlow, how you doing, Nicholas? Who else we got? Return Gamer. Captain White says, evening, just a brief appearance from me. Hope you're all well. Yeah, we're not too bad. Not too bad. Bearing up under the strain of the ongoing pandemic craziness. William Bodie says, yep, a like and a comment to all of them. That's actually impressive. There are, I'm pretty sure there's got to be in the region of about...
It's about 1,500 at least.
Yeah, about 1,500 or 1,600 videos that we've actually made. Some of them better than others, I'll be honest.
Some a lot better.
Trooper C says, sorry about falling asleep on my keyboard, Mike. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, Trooper C was, I was getting loads of pings on the Discord to my personal account. It was like, what the hell's going on? Then they realised yes, it was accidental. It happens. Ricardo says, sorry not to be active on the channel, too much work right now. Hey, don't worry about it. Never feel bad for not being part of the community 24/7, because hey, I can't do it myself, so I don't expect anyone else to do it. If you can join us, if you can leave comments and all that kind of stuff and get involved, brilliant, excellent, love it. If you can't for other reasons, you've got family commitments, you're not well, or you just don't feel like it, I know what it's like at the moment. It's a very, very weird time. And it's been dragging on like crazy. So if you get to a point where you just think, I just can't face social media, social life, interaction, whatever, I just want to lock myself away, just do it. If it's for your own benefit, please, please do it. Don't for any minute think that we are going to think to ourselves any less of you. Obviously, we'll be concerned if you're not about. If you've been active and you're not about, we'll be like, we might send you the odd message saying like, are you okay? Are you still alive? That kind of thing. You never can tell these days. Crazy days we're living in. I know I make light of it, but you got to. You have got to make a little bit light of it. Otherwise, it will just drive you insane. But yeah, if you can't make it for any reason, don't worry. That's absolutely, absolutely fine. Callum, I think that's been answered. The Discord channel is the X-Review Bargains, I believe. If you want to see those channels, if you go to the Discord, you do have to go to the rules section and agree to the rules before the rest of the rooms will open up to you. So yeah, if you can't see all the different channels or rooms, make sure you agree to the rules, and then you should be able to see them. O'Reilly says, Mike has had a shave. Yes, I have had a shave. It's coming back a bit stubbly at the moment. I'm still waiting for Skull Shaver. They're supposed to be sending me their new platinum one. And I did hold off thinking, right, I won't shave because I want to do it before and after. But they still haven't replied, so I don't know what's going on there. So we'll wait.
They want to see Poppy, can I pick her up?
Yeah. Stuart Cleary is with us. Says, hi lads, how you doing, Stuart?
Can you see her in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll leave her there.
Shinigami, I still do not have any idea what it is you're talking about. This guy just keep talking, bro. I don't understand. Oh dear. Eduardo, or Edardo, I probably said that completely wrong. Hello, thanks to this channel I built my PC. Thanks for the good content. Thank you very much. Please tell Shinigami that is what this is all about. Yes, well said, Dave. Antonio says Ryzen 7 4750G, Vega 8 iGPU, 3.9 NVMe SSD is my upgrade from i5 750, 1GB GPU. Wow, that's pretty big. Yeah, that is an impressive jump from an i5 750. That was the first generation of the Intel Core processors, wasn't it? The 750. Back in the heady days of socket 1156, I believe that was. So yeah, that's a pretty decent upgrade. Well done. Ashley says chicken wraps here and very posh red wine. Kebab later though, when the missus has gone to bed. Nice. William Bodie's got some Tuborg Xmas beer ready to send next year. Oh dear, more. I haven't drank the other stuff yet. I really am a lightweight when it comes to alcohol. Ricardo says he wants a Ryzen 5950 or an Intel 12900K for the calculations he has to do. Oh dear. Dutch Jan says early tomorrow lockdown in the Netherlands. Sad face emoji. That sucks. There's so many things that I want to say about the whole situation, but I know for a fact if I do, YouTube will not be happy. So as much as I would like to say some things and give you all some glimmers of hope, I can't, I'm afraid. Stuart Cleary says, I'm banned from Facebook for a month for calling someone a Nazi. I'm not allowed to say that, I don't think, either. I think that's a word which is also banned. Return Gamer says, hey, Mikesunboxing, I'm Mike Inland from Discord. Ah, now I understand. Dutch Jan says, until mid-January. Blimey.
George's birthday.
Yeah, George's birthday. Back then. Oh, I've just scrolled way too far, I think. Stuart Cleary, blah, blah, Dutch Jan. Tristan G, how you doing? Oh, actually, no, I'm all right, I'm okay. This thing's scrolling like crazy. Mark Berry, how you doing, Mark? Big Balls Bev says that would be a great addition for my son on his PC on Christmas Day, lol. Yeah, sorry, it's not going to be early. It would have been, but it's not. Paul Lamont. I was just looking at the name there, and I saw the S by the side of it, and I didn't work out what it was, and I realised what it is because you remember. Currently rocking the Freezer 835 ARGB, love it, and much better than the AIO I had before. Or much better than the AIO I had, sorry, the before bit, I ad-libbed that bit. Well, Bill, howdy doody, how you doing, Bill? Good to see you. Well, I can't obviously see you, but to see you in the chat. EB Bud, Australia and UK trading agreements ready? Yeah, we're all good. I think Australia and UK have got some trade deal. I think that was done this week. It's always a good thing. What I like Australia.
Oh,
I like the people. The people I like, and the country. The government, maybe not so much. Stop it, Michael. Bunny Bob says, I'm concerned, where is Poppy? You've seen Poppy, she's there.
Yeah, but you're delayed.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm delayed, yeah. Poopy is sleeping, yes. Afik says, hi Mike, can you recommend a good budget wireless mice? Yes, actually I can. I was looking, funny enough, I was looking at that exact thing today, and there was one that Ugly Bob sent us actually a little while back, which if I grab it here without breaking anything. Oh, no. Stay. This is actually brilliant. For the money, you cannot go wrong. We did actually do a review on this. This is the Zulang X3. So if you just go to our channel, just type in X3 and search, you'll find it. Basically, yeah, it's a brilliant little mouse. It has got the lightweight aesthetic, RGB lighting, and it works on, I think it was Bluetooth and also, no, I might be lying actually, no, that was another one. So this is 2.4 gigahertz. I don't think it does Bluetooth as well. No, it's just off or on, that was it. Oh yeah, you can turn the lights off. So you can have the lights off if you want to. You can have the RGB on if you want to, which I quite like. And yeah, nice mouse. Decent DPI and all that stuff. A little wireless receiver tucked away inside it. You've got a USB, micro USB on the front, so you can use it wired if you want to and all that kind of stuff. That's a good little mouse. The only thing that some people find with those honeycomb shaped mice is after a while sometimes you get like an imprint on your hand. That one isn't too bad because it's quite lightweight. You don't have to grab it too hard, so you don't have to put too much weight on it either. But yeah, that is a very good option. And I think you can pick those up on AliExpress. I'm pretty sure it was less than £25 in the UK. So obviously whatever that translates to in your own region or money. Mark Barry says, Mike is looking very festive tonight with the jumper. Yes, I bought this 2 or 3 years ago for a Christmas do, which we were going to, I think it was it for a Christmas do, wasn't it? And that was the thing, we all had to wear a Christmas jumper to the Christmas do. And I think when it actually came to it, I think only one person wore it, and that was me. So it then went back into the wardrobe. I don't think it made an appearance last year. I'm not sure.
You did the year before. I think you wore it for a stream.
Might have been the year before, yeah. So basically, it's been worn about 3 times, 4 times. I like it. William Bodie says, hold it. I did not see them all, only the playlist. There are more. Sorry, I'll be all over them. Oh, God. That's it. Watch all the videos and, yeah. You don't feel like you have to. Please don't. Some of the old ones are really bad. Some of the new ones are really bad, but anyway. O'Reilly says, partial lockdown, full lockdown, so... Mick Woods, just downloaded the Discord app. Better not let my grandson see, he will have a laugh. It's asking for a login. We'll sort it out tomorrow. Meanwhile, I'm enjoying my Saturday night with Mike's unboxing stream. Thank you, Mick. Appreciate that. Markovsky, $27.99. The one I got, 10,000 lumens of full spectrum light. What's that, a sad light?
Yeah.
10,000 lumens. That is bright. I could actually use that to service the car or build computers. Mark Berry, any recommendations for an RGB keyboard for my son? His GameMax one is falling apart. The keys keep coming off. Did he get the GameMax Strike? The mechanical GameMax Strike even. That's the one I've got. And I did notice, it's one of those keyboards that if you kind of flick the keys, which I have a tendency to do, especially when I'm trying to do video editing, I just flick the keys, they pop off quite easily. And a tiny, tiny little dab of super glue on the top of the stem holds them in place. Absolutely fine.
You did a video, didn't you?
I did a video on it actually, yeah.
I think it's Corsair.
If not, if you're looking for a keyboard where the keys will not come off, even if you try and pull them off like really hard, the MSI, the GK30, I think this one is, what I've got here in the background, which hopefully you can see. It is RGB up the wazoo, but it's a mechanical keyboard, so it's membrane, but it's also got a kind of switch-like feel to it. It's actually quite a nice keyboard, and it's probably one of the reasons why I stick to the MSI ecosystem. I've got an MSI motherboard in that PC, which I've recently swapped out. I've got the MSI GM11 mouse, MSI GK30 keyboard. It's basically MSI going on over there. It really is. I love MSI stuff, I do. They're not a sponsor or anything. We're not really in much contact with them, only via third parties, but I do like MSI stuff. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think about MSI? Do you think MSI at the moment is probably, in terms of quality, value for money, and all that kind of stuff, do you think they're pretty much the bee's knees for covering a wide spectrum of parts? I would say they are, personally. Michael Craig says, hi Mike, looking rather festive. Made a promise, if I win this, I'm giving this to my friend whose stream audio sucks. Well, that's the good thing, actually. I'll have a look through this stuff in a minute, show you what it is. There's actually, technically, there's 3 microphones included with this kit. Because you've got the microphone in the webcam, you've got a microphone in the headset, and there's also a separate standalone microphone. So one of them's bound to work. You'd hope so, anyway. Trooper C says, sold my Logitech racing wheel for 190, and it was bought for, guy picked up a saying he paid £50 notes, hope they're real, because I've heard no one takes them as they can be faked. Do you know what, I actually, I do work in a shop on a Sunday, which is, I won't go into too much detail, but I work in a shop, and I took a £50 note of someone which I know pretty well, I know of round in the local area, and the guy I was working with at the time on the till, we were kind of in and out of the shop doing stuff for cars, and I wanted him to check the note to make sure that it was above board. I took it, like peeled it a bit, made sure it had the silver strips and all that kind of stuff, and I still wasn't sure. Then about 2 or 3 hours later in the day, I said to the guy I was working with, what do you reckon about that 50? I'm still a bit unsure about it. He's like, well, you're supposed to be able to rub off the print on it, aren't you? So we got the note, and he was rubbing it really hard, and there was a very, very small trace of like pink dye that came off the note. I was like, oh my God, please don't let it be a forgery. But fingers crossed, and from what I can tell at the moment, it did get through and it did get banked, so it was okay. So yes, that worked out okay. So hopefully, Trooper, your notes will be genuine and you won't have been stitched up. That's the trouble these days. There's so many people out there that are just assholes and trying to stitch you up or use dodgy notes or fake PayPal. It's horrendous. It really is horrendous. Mr. Hydrated says, any thoughts on the Corsair Virtuoso SE headset? Just bought a pair, so just wondering. I'll be honest with you, I have never tried them. I believe the Virtuoso is that the top of the line after the HS70, is it? They're supposed to be very good, if that's the ones I think they are. William Bodie, so Poppy don't like the blanket anymore. She does? Where is it? Where's the blanket box? It's just over there on the other side of the room, but she's too lazy.
But Flame...
She does like the camera bag though.
But Flame likes that.
Yeah. In Amazon, you can see Poppy's been eating the side of the Amazon box, which actually is not supposed to be very good. But you can see the blanket, it has had use, wear and tear. Flame was airing his monkey on it the other day.
He was literally.
Dr. X UK says a friend of mine trying to build a 12900K and an MSI Z90-A Pro having nothing but issues. I'll be honest with you, Dr. Hex, Josh in our Discord chat, he's had nothing but problems with his, and he's actually sent his back. He's going for a 5950. So I don't think it's an unusual thing. It's like anything. It's a very new platform. It's a new technology. There's bound to be problems with it. Absolutely bound to be problems with it. I don't recall what Josh said the problem was on his. It was something to do with... I'm sure he said it was something to do with the memory controller. But I can't... Because he was having problems with his Ethernet was just disappearing for no reason. You'd have to uninstall it and reinstall it and it'd work. Very odd. Ricardo, people, do you think 2022 might be the year of low-end graphics? Yeah. I mean, NVIDIA RTX 3050, Intel Arc, AMD RX 6500, 6400s are on the road. Yeah, I think it's, well, we haven't got long to find out. 2 weeks time and it will basically be pretty much time for CES, where there are going to be a lot of announcements. I'm pretty sure, I'm almost 100% sure, Intel will be releasing their lower end 12th gen chips, boards, etc. That's bound to be coming out. They did say it's going to be Q1, so it would make a lot of sense for them to at least show off, if not announce fully, those chips. In terms of the XE graphics and the kind of like Intel Arc setup, I don't know, not too sure. It would be nice to think that it was out early in the year to give people a little bit of choice and actually get some product on the shelf. I think that would give the entire PC market that kind of shot in the arm that it needs. I can't believe I said that. You know what I mean. So, who's next? Dutch Jan says yes, 3 MSI Mobos. Yeah. Mick Wood says yes, MSI are good. Will Bill says MSI is great. We are becoming the MSI fan club slowly on this channel. I know that really, in theory, I shouldn't have, as someone who kind of reviews and unboxes things, I shouldn't really have a favourite brand. But I think it's hard not to. If you're being honest to yourself, and if you go through enough products, you're bound to find something which you like or prefer. I think that's just human nature. I do like MSI. I don't like the B450 setup on MSI. I've said that repeatedly. They're fine, but I think on the B450 side of things there are other alternatives. But when it comes to B550, probably not so much X570, but then these days who buys X570? I don't think many people do. B550 totally and utterly belongs to MSI, I think personally. Tech Soul says MSI always boot first time, reliable Mobos. I don't know about that entirely. We do get, I suppose because MSI is so popular, we do get a lot of people on the Discord where they built their first PC and it's not working. But that generally tends to be from BIOS flashing, incompatibility and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know if I always boot first time. I've got to be honest and realistic. And I think if I said I agree, I think those of you that are watching that are in our Discord chat would probably be like, Mike, you have a very short memory. And yes, I can't say that I would agree entirely with that. Mock Google says, hello Mike, I've got an AIO GPU 6900 XT. The tubes are long and my case is ATX 4000D airflow. Very, very nice. Big Balls Bev says I have the GK50 and I think it's a great keyboard. I think I've just GK50, is that the one they do too? GK50 and the GK50 Elite, and one of them is low profile with the KL white switches, I think. So I think I'm about to buy another one of those. I did buy a GK50 Elite low profile, and I think I paid about 70-80 quid for it, and I did like it, but I wasn't entirely convinced for 70 quid. So I've recently found another one very similar for considerably less. So I'm going to give that another go.
Big Balls Bev said yes.
Yes, thank you, Big Balls Bev. Yes. I'm not sure, did I actually even release the video on that? I might have done. I don't remember if I did or not. Sometimes, like, if there's a product which I review, or I at least do the video on, or use, if there's a product which I don't think is very good, and I'm kind of on the fence about it, there's a strong chance that basically won't release the video. Because I don't think it's good enough to warrant buy-in, but I don't think it's bad enough to warrant avoiding. So in terms of a review, it would be a very kind of meh review. So it's like, if it's a product which is kind of right down the middle where it's fine, does that really need a video?
But it's not cheap or anything else.
Yeah, if it's got no redeeming factors either way, and it's got no factors which make you want to avoid it, do you really need a video on it? Maybe you do from other places, but I don't know. Just seem.
Unless you've seen the video.
Yeah, sure, you wouldn't know it. Yeah, that is a good point. Yeah, maybe I should have done it. Dory says you got the Vigor K50 low profile keyboard and their Tomahawk X570 motherboard. That is a very, very nice combination. Yeah, this week I've changed over my motherboard in my video editing PC, which some of you, if you're regulars, you'll probably know most of this, but I'll quickly recap. I was having weird issues with the M.2 drive, which I thought was failing because it wouldn't render videos. It would just keep on saying there was files missing. So I swapped out the 2TB NVMe for a 1TB NVMe, and that appeared very briefly to remedy it. Then looking into it further, it appeared that there was voltage which was dropping on the motherboard on the 3.3 volt rail, which I then kind of pointed towards the power supply. So I changed the power supply out for another power supply, and on Wednesday, I think it was, Wednesday or Thursday, I was getting issues again. All of the PC was absolutely fine, but it was weird. It's like one program was not playing ball, which was Adobe Premiere, which in itself is a pain in the ass at the best of times, especially if there's Windows updates or updates to the program. Things do go a bit weird. And I tried all my usual things, like lowering the resolution of the files, outputting them to a different place, all that kind of usual stuff. And it just didn't work. So I thought, right, sod it. I've had enough of this. What's that?
That box is upside down.
What box is upside down?
That one.
Where is it? I can't even see where that box is.
In front of you.
Oh. It don't matter. They're not on display. The cat's there anyway. So anyway, I swapped out the motherboard. I put in, because I did have an MSI B550 Gaming Edge Wi-Fi, which is a really, really nice board. And I really do like the MSI ecosystem. So I thought, what the hell? I'm just going to swap over the motherboard to see if that makes a difference. Swapped over the motherboard, reinstalled the drivers, and straight away rendered Adobe out. First time, no messing around. Now it could be that my Windows 10 stroke Windows 11 upgrade is a little bit twitchy. It's had so many different components in there, so many different motherboards, so many different types of RAM. It's what I use for doing editing and also testing and playing games daily, etc, etc. So it's, yeah, it probably does need a reinstall, but as it stands at the moment, the system is running fine with the motherboard in. So I've now got a 2TB NVMe drive.
I didn't catch that. Could you try again?
No, I couldn't.
Okay.
I've got a 2TB NVMe drive. I've also got a Asus X570 Tough Gaming Wi-Fi motherboard. I've also got a Silverstone ST65F GS. I can see it there on my return shelf. All three of those potentially are absolutely okay. It could be something else altogether. So yeah, I'm kind of back to the drawing board on that. But I am also glad that I've gone back to MSI for my main motherboard on my PC. I do like it a lot. I really do. Mark Googles how to place the tubes. I would probably go, so that is with the 4000D with the AIO cooled. No, I would put the radiator in the top if you can, and with the tubes towards the front. Yeah. So, where else do we get to? Oh yeah, Ashley Strachan. I've got the MSI Vampiric case modded with mesh filters, MSI motherboard. Nice, good value kit. It is, I think, the only thing which MSI suffers from, price-wise, currently, which I've noticed more than anything, is the mice and the keyboards. Keyboards and mice from MSI are ridiculously expensive for what they are. Up there I've got the, you can't see them actually on the camera, but up there I've got the clutch M11, which is that one there, and the clutch GM30. The GM30 is only like a 6400 DPI mouse. It's nothing really special. I think it's Omron switches and a Pixart 3325 sensor, maybe it's 3527 sensor. It's nothing to write home about. And it's still like 45 quid or something, or 40 quid. It's quite an expensive mouse for what it is. Anyway. Rick H says MSI are my go-to company for years. Excellent. I'm finding watching Poppy resting extremely calming. Make the most of it, because she goes absolutely bananas. You wouldn't believe it. She looks like she's completely...
Oh, you made her jump.
Sorry, Poppy. Right, put the bag down. Let her sleep on the bag down there.
She wants to sleep up there.
Yeah, but I want to move. I want to move all this stuff now.
Come on, Pops.
Sorry, cruelty to animals. Oh, actually, I forgot. I don't have my wireless mic cable on, or my wired mic cable on, so I can move around. Actually, have a bit of freedom. I do like that. Right. Let's make some room here. So, Mick Woods, I have 4 MSI motherboards. I think I've probably got... Oh, I bought another MSI motherboard this week. And this, actually, he's probably not watching, but I'm going to say it anyway. Seam at Night from our Discord actually posted it in the deal section. And stupidly, me being me, saw a deal in inverted commas and went for it. And talk about instant regret. I'll show you what I bought shortly actually, but that was another MSI motherboard, one I actually do regret. Tristan G says I use MSI motherboards, Gigabyte motherboards and Corsair peripherals. Well, currently, because I've swapped some things around, I'm currently got a Corsair keyboard, Corsair mouse and MSI motherboard over there. I'm working out how I can go all MSI on it. I would like to get the MSI keyboard, but I do struggle these days trying to find a keyboard which actually does what I want it to do entirely. It's the best keyboard I've ever owned, I think, is the Rio Toro Ghostwriter RGB. Because that was effectively a Corsair K70, kind of rebranded. Absolutely brilliant. Really nice, genuine Cherry MX brown switches. Really nice full-size keyboard, extremely comfortable to type on. But I don't like the software that comes with it, which was a real pain in the backside, and it had loads of red accents on it, which I didn't like either.
We all want the cat up.
Sorry. Anyway, moving on. Markovsky says, like MSI, good BIOS, but pretty messy software. Great though, no stresses with the MSI stuff I've used. I think a lot of people, if you've used the MSI Dragon Center, uninstall it, get rid of it, get rid of all the stuff that comes with it, and install the new MSI Center. It is so much cleaner, so much nicer. Touch wood, it doesn't crash. It's very, very stable. I like it a lot. And you've probably seen some of the videos. Well, actually, saying that, have they been released yet? They don't think have they? The new MSI fan control videos, the Asus one, they haven't, have they?
No.
So they've got some new videos coming out on that. You'll see that patrons and members might get them.
Members haven't got them yet.
Oh yeah.
Patreon has.
Dave Aitken says, when I sell things on Facebook now, I say PayPal or bank transfer only. Yeah, I think that's probably the safest way, to be honest with you. Cash is okay if it's a smaller amount, but if it's big, proper cash, yeah, it's a little scary. Chris says, MSI is great. 4 builds have their builds. Got a B550 Unify after watching your review. Oh, excellent. Sadly, my B550 Unify died, well, not horribly. It was a stupid thing where the Unify, the way that the VRM heatsink attaches isn't really a good fit in. Normally it needs a good few extra screws or different pads between the VRM and the heatsink, and they are prone to getting coil whine. I think there was 2 things I had wrong with mine. Coil whine was one of them, and there's something else which was like a really daft thing, but I thought, oh sod it, I'll just send it back. And I did regret that. So that was a nice board.
Did you
Calf, that's another £1.
But she is.
Kath says on a daily basis, at least many times, about Poppy being the wildest kitten ever, but also the most loving. She goes from one extreme to the other. She's definitely a split personality. Pops Mafia, how many cats do you have? 4? 4. I had to ask. I can never tell. Not when I have to answer quickly. Patrick Lavelle says, with so many cats, I know why Mike is reviewing so many mice. Yes.
Blame Bob.
Blame Bob. Oh, I think I've scrolled way too far. Tristan G says, I have a MSI Tomahawk X570 ready to put into a new build. All components ready, just need to build it. There were a couple of MSI X570 boards which didn't have particularly good VRM setups. I think it was the Gaming Edge Wi-Fi, possibly the Gaming Plus, and maybe one or I think there's a group of 3 of them. I think one of them was the Pro Carbon as well. I think the Tomahawk was okay. But yeah, they went through a weird thing with the X570 on MSI with some weird VRM setups. Derek says, hi Mikesunboxing. Hi. I love the video about the dual M.2 AIC. Have you ever looked at the Gigabyte 4 M.2 AIC? Seen them about £100. Consider switching all my storage over. Yeah, I don't know. There's a weird solid state storage. That's hard to say. I think it's going to become quite problematic as we roll forward, because I'm already starting to see drives failing on a kind of reasonably regular basis. Now, I appreciate they're very fast and it's very good for getting data off them, but I think as we start using them more and more, especially with Microsoft's direct storage coming into play with games where they can stream textures straight from the SSDs or NVMEs to the graphics card, cutting out the bottleneck, that's going to put even more of a load on M.2 drives. And I'm just not too sure if at the moment the technology is good enough, or there's enough read-write kind of cycles to the NAND flash to make the drives last long enough in terms of where we are with solid storage, well not solid storage, mechanical storage. Because a mechanical disk, you can still buy a drive now, maybe a 250 gig, maybe a 500 gig, which is probably 10, maybe 15 years old, and it still runs. I don't think we're going to get that with NAND flash. I've already had at least 3 OCZ drives fail, which were part of kind of the first generation. Well, obviously OCZ no longer exists because they were amalgamated into Toshiba, then eventually Kioxia. So those are dead. In fact, I think I bought 5 in total, and I'm pretty sure the 3 that I kept, they're all dead. I've got one here somewhere which temporarily works every now and then, but I still don't want to throw it out. The other 2 went on to other people, and I honestly don't know what happened to them. But the failure rates do seem to be a little bit, well, yeah, you know what I mean. It's one of those things where it's a good thing, but it's like the candle that burns twice as bright. It extinguishes a lot quicker. And I think that is the problem we've got with NVMe drives. Shroom1 says, Cornwall or Devon? Have I got to choose one? Which one to save, or which one to cut off from the rest of the mainland and throw it into the sea? Funny enough, I had that conversation with somebody else earlier.
No, where you're from.
Oh, neither. I just sound like it. I think I'm still a little bit nasal, actually, a little bit clogged up today. I think it's because I've been drinking. Oh, but that's going to be too hot. I've been drinking. Matthew Days says, let sleeping dogs lie, let sleeping cats tell the truth. Poppy knows nothing of the truth.
Oh, she's lush.
That was mean, I know, sorry. If anyone, in this household, if anyone, I'm the one who worries more about Poppy than anybody else in the household. Literally, like we go to bed and I'll hear some movement and I'll be like, Kath, was that Poppy? Kath will be like, oh.
for all the others.
Yeah, and I'll be like, where is she? Do you know where she is? Is she safe? Is she on the pillow next to you? Is she on the bed? Is she on the floor? And if I don't hear a reply, it's like, right, turn the light on, go and walk around the house and see if I can find Poppy and make sure that she's safe and okay. That is the person I am. I do worry way too much about those cats. They fend for themselves. They're probably looking at us thinking, I can't wait till those two bastards die so I can eat them in their sleep.
She's waking up at that.
Yeah, she woke up now, she's like,
Nah, she just stretched.
Yowie Game says, I'm using the B550 Pro VDH Wi-Fi. Nice clean little board. Yeah, I did like that board. I really did like that board. It's, for me always, it's having an unboxing channel. The whole point of unboxing is you kind of trying to get new things and see different things. But I've got to the point now, especially with the AM4 platform, that there's kind of certain go-to boards which I don't really, if I'm doing a build or anything, I don't really want to buy anything else other than the boards that I want. And definitely the B550 Pro VDH Wi-Fi is a great little board. You can pick them up for about £60 now. So they've come down into kind of like the B450 Micro ATX price limits. Excellent little board for mini ITX systems. Afandi says, I'm always using Gigabyte motherboard. I've got, how many Gigabyte boards have we got here? I've only got one Gigabyte board here at the moment, and that's my little mini ITX build in the front room. Jason Woods says, hi all, how you doing, Jason? Hope you're well.
It's got a bad eye. Can you say I meant eye in that sentence?
Sorry. Sorry to hear you got a bad eye. Irie Wolfman says, my dad is mid-60s and not into any RGB. Well, that's potentially understandable.
Yeah, he wants a keyboard.
Oh, he wants a keyboard, but he's not into RGB.
Yeah, what mechanical keyboard? I thought you might.
Oh, mechanical keyboard. If he's not into RGB, then Cherry themselves, the actual company who make the switches, they have their own range of keyboards. I did have a Cherry MX Brown, or was it Speed Silvers? One of the two. I did have one, and I basically kind of gave it away to someone. Shame, otherwise you could have had that. Although saying that, you can turn off the RGB on any of these keyboards, although you do find that if you turn off the RGB on a keyboard which is not designed to be used without RGB, you find the legend on the keyboard is actually quite difficult to work out. It actually relies on the lighting to kind of glow through. Obviously certain keyboards like the Logitech, the K295, this has got a really nice legend on the keyboard, so it looks very good. But if you get an RGB one, yeah, without the lights on, they look awful.
And also, why would you pay for something you don't want? And it's got less than €60.
Less than €60, not into RGB, and
I think that's what.
yeah, I think the Cherry keyboard, I'm pretty sure it was about £30, maybe 40. Nice little keyboard. Just no RGB, so for me it was not really a good thing. Derek Cannon says, just got the K70 and M65 mouse today. Must say, loving it so far. On my desk over there at the moment, video editing desk, I'm using the K70 keyboard, and currently I'm using the Corsair, can't even think the model number of the mouse. It's quite a low end one.
M10 or something.
It's the one that I had sent back from the warranty. I can't think what model it was actually.
It's M something.
Might have been an M10 or something, I'm not sure. Rick H says, I got at least 5+ MSI motherboards. I think you're probably beating me there. David Aiken says, MSI Boss fan control, could learn a thing or two from Gigabyte. The new version, David, actually, the video is coming out. You'll get it soon actually, because of being a supporter and that. But the new MSI sensor, the fan control, is flipping excellent. I would argue it's the best on the market so far. It really, really is. And actually, it was updated last week, I think, to an even newer version.
You should have that already.
Cream of the crop.
That's in Patrons if you want.
Yeah, it's in Patrons if you want to have a look at it. And then you can come over to the dark side and get yourself an MSI motherboard. Let's go.
Old Gaming asked, any suggestions I'm having issues trying to clean my front fractal design mesh mini front panel because of the foam insert. It looks horrible, dusty.
Okay, let's have a... How far down is that? Am I almost there? Oh, Kenny D, didn't say hello to you. Hi, Kenny. Ooh, sheesh. Bought a Corsair CX 650 FPSU for an amazing price, and when I installed it, it started sparking badly. That's not great. Hi, Sean, and where was that question, Kath? Oh yeah, there we go, off gaming. So, any suggestions, guys? I'm having issues trying to clean my Fractal Design Mesh Mini front panel because the foam insert looks horrible dusty. Now, I would say you want to kind of go at that in two ways. So, the first thing is to get a vacuum with a crevice tool, and ideally one with the little kind of, what are they called? It's like a brush, isn't it? But there's a name for it, I think. Like one of these adapters. So you can have like the nozzle bit, or you can have the brush adapter. So with the vacuum, get it onto like a high setting and just agitate the front of it, and then that should get most of the dust out. Do that from both sides of the panel, so from the outer side, and do it from the inside. And as long as you've got the vacuum on a high enough kind of suction setting, you should find that does it. If it doesn't, then you might want to take the panel off altogether, get into the garden and get a compressor on it, or one of those air dusters, or like the video we did on the pressure cleaner. What do they call them? Pressure vacuum thing. It's not a vacuum, is it? It's a blower. Yeah.
Bob always sends you blowers.
PC blower. Get yourself one of those. That will get rid of most of it. A rally, that's a good point actually. Got fairly addicted to backlitters. There's no chance for the legends to rub off. That is a very good point.
Blasty Blosty.
Blasty Blosty. That's an unusual name. Mike, should I wait for AM5 build? Should I wait for AM5 or build a new PC now? I'm planning on using the 5600X. Personally, I would say AM5 is going to be expensive as all hell, and the first boards that come out are going to be kind of like the equivalent of the X570 is now. So it's going to be your top tier board, most likely going to be DDR4, potentially DDR5 at a push. They may support both, but it's going to be expensive. And as you can see at the moment with Intel's 12th gen, kind of performance wise, there's a little bit of an edge there, here and there. It's not going to be a huge speed increase, I don't think, personally. If you're looking at that sort of range as well for the 5600X, you aren't looking at that kind of X570 kind of 5700, 5800, 5900 kind of level processor. So I would say personally, get yourself a really, really nice B550 motherboard from MSI, obviously, 5600X, and you're going to love it. You're going to really, really are going to appreciate it. And also, because it's coming towards the tail end of AM4, you're going to be paying less for it. So you're going to get pretty much kind of 90% of the performance, but for maybe 60% of the price, which
really,
for me, I think is great. Well, might even be less. We don't know the prices at the moment, so it could be even cheaper than that.
Stuart.
Super chat. Sorry, didn't see that. Stuart Cleary. I did see it. I just failed to acknowledge it. Chuck IG are low loving. Chuck IG are. I don't understand, but loving the streams. Thank you, Stuart, for the super chat. Have I lost my mind? I have. Ian W, does the best Christmas joke win a prize? Potentially on Friday. We'll have Christmas joke Friday, being it's Christmas Eve.
It's a bad joke Friday.
So what video's out on Friday? Can you tell from that list now?
Not really, unless they go in the order that they've put on.
Maybe we'll do that on Friday. So Friday's video release, whatever it is, I'm not sure what it'll be yet. If
it might be
the worst Christmas joke, we'll try and get a prize out to somebody.
How to diagnose Windows PC lag spikes and crashing.
That's already gone out.
Hasn't.
Is it not? Oh right, okay.
Oh yes, it has. No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't.
Okay.
Members have got it.
David Aitken, that's a good thing as well actually. Yeah. If it's a plastic-based mesh, you can probably give it a good clean in the bowl or sink with soapy warm water. I'll tell you what is really good. I know I've said this to a lot of people and I've said it many times, so I'm going to say it again because I do use it and I do wholeheartedly swear by it. This stuff is brilliant. Winds Dash and Display Cleaner. It's designed for use on plastics, glass, all sorts. It is possibly one of the best cleaners I've ever used, and it makes PC parts look like brand new.
Jason's off.
It's very, very good stuff. So try and get some of that. Thank you, Jason. Catch you later. Have a nice Christmas if we don't speak to you beforehand. Blasty Blosey, thanks. My budget isn't that high, so I'll go with the B550. I think you'll appreciate it. I think you will. You won't spend a ton of money, and you'll be in that comfortable zone where you haven't outlaid an absolute ton of cash comparatively as what you could have done, but you're going to get a really nice little system. And also because it's on a mature chipset or a mature platform, you're going to avoid a lot of the bugs which you're going to get with the new Intel 12th Gen or maybe AM5 when it comes out. Saying that, it's going to be a while. So Jason says, nice to see you still doing your live videos. Going to rest my eye tonight. Take care and be safe, everybody. Or stay safe. That thing. Thank you, mate. Derek Cannon started off with a good one. My ex-girlfriend hated my obsession with Star Wars. I think I was looking for love in Alderaan places. Brilliant. For those of you who don't know, Alderaan is a planet in Star Wars.
And also, we do have...
That's for Kath's benefit.
We do have Bad Joke Friday.
We do have Bad Joke Friday, it is a thing.
Put it in the comments.
Mr. Hydrated M says, I've got the MSI 980 Ti. It's a little old, but still looks ace. Good.
Ace, I love that word.
Mark MC says, I don't like buying into next gen boards when they release because it kind of feels like you're the guinea pig. Totally. That's a good reason why I haven't. Potentially if I wanted to, because I can kind of write off some of it of tax payments, I could go and buy a 12900K and a motherboard and some DDR5 if I could get it. But I just don't see the value in it. Yes, it may get good benchmark scores, but realistically, most, well, I'm not going to say most because that would be exaggerating things, but people that I've heard from or have had contact with that have bought into that platform have been having problems. So why would I want to spend a lot, and I mean a lot, of money on a new platform which is just going to make me want to pull my hair out, which I don't have. So I'll be like pulling out clumps at my back. It's not a good place to be.
There's a lot of clumps.
Glenn LZ81 hashtag ROR £10 says, Merry Christmas, you lovely pair. Are you talking to Kath's chest again? Thank you, Glenn. Appreciate that. God bless you. Click Tech Kev says, nice jumper, fella. Thank you, Kev. How you feeling now? You feeling a little bit better? I hope you are. J Rich says, hi, Mike and Kath. How you doing, J Rich? Die Hard is an Xmas movie, definitely. Captain Me's Avengers, who looks after Santa's money? The wealth elf. God. That's awful. Josh, Josh, there you go. See, there we go. I wasn't lying. There is the actual person in the flesh. Mike, all the issues I've been having with my 12900K, I've finally got to the bottom of it, and after a few other people are having issues with this now, it's a motherboard fault. Put it in the tech. Yeah, I did read it basically. I can't remember exactly what the problem was, but there you go. That basically sums up exactly where we are with the new tech. The thing is, AM4 as a platform and even 10th and 11th gen all still have their problems with them. I'm not saying that the older generation doesn't, but if you're buying into a new platform, you're playing that guinea pig game, aren't you? Super chatting in there from Click Tech Kev. Thank you, Kev. It says Merry Christmas. About the time I caught a stream, still feel crap. Oh, mate, sorry to hear that. It sucks, doesn't it? Especially this time of year. It's the last time you want to get sick. I'm kind of glad in some respects that Kath and myself got a little bit sick, kind of, what, a month ago, I suppose now, isn't it? A month ago? So we kind of got it out of the way, so in theory, kind of, we should be, well, we should be okay for a while. You'd hope, at least. We're trying to eat healthy and be healthy, so you never know.
Then we had Chinese.
Yeah, then we had Chinese food, so let's screw that up.
We've had a busy all day.
Kev says, we'll be back soon once I get over this. Good to hear it. I think I've almost caught up. Right, so I should really...
Eat healthy at Christmas, yeah, okay, Mike.
All right, Jim. I'm trying. No, seriously, actually this week I've had...
It's all been cooked from scratch.
All cooked from scratch.
Well, our salads and stuff.
So I had salads, mostly salads, with proper meat, not like pre-packed shit. Proper stuff from the butchers, sliced off the...
Oh, he has an aneurysm every time he sees the price.
I do have a bit of an aneurysm whenever I see the price of it. It's like 16 quid for sliced ham. Are you king with me?
But then when you break it down,
but it's nice.
About 4 people
yeah.
for 3 meals and stuff.
Lots of meals. The thing that pisses me off though is like they are a butcher. That is their sole job. They sell cooked and fresh meats. That's it. That's all they do. That is their job. No other things to do. They haven't got to be like master of one trade.
Do you know they make their own sausage rolls and stuff?
They do make sausage rolls, okay.
Sausage
I think you could probably group that into the food preparation and selling thing. But always, they do the bloody sliced pork, and it's always got bits of string in it. Like, Tesco's don't even do that. Take the string off, please. I'm paying like nearly 2 quid a slice for bloody pork. Please take the string off. Please. Thank you. This was a party political broadcast on behalf of the Mub Party.
Cooked from scratch salad.
Yeah.
Okay, but that wasn't cooked, but the rest was cooked from scratch.
Yeah. There's a cooked salad. Jim's text says winter in the salad. Yeah, you got to have salads. You got to have your vegetables. We've like
We had stew.
we've had stews.
We had this week
salad, jacket potatoes. That's pretty good. So from a literal potato, cooked with cheese and beans and mashed
cheese and potato pie.
Cheese and potato pie we've had as well. Yeah.
Favourite from years ago.
We're in no pre-prepared food, no microwave meals, no burgers, no chips, no sausages and all that kind of stuff. Just eating good, healthy gear. It's all right. You need hot food, yeah. There is that to it. But we have, on the flip side, we have turned the heating up in the house, and it's about 23, 24 degrees in here, so it's pretty tropical. It's nice. I like it. And I don't have to be able to hang things on my nipples now. It's good.
And Poppy sleeps better.
Yeah, Poppy sleeps better when it's warmer.
And it makes the streams calmer.
Matthew Day says, got an early Christmas present, 2 times 24-inch monitors, only 60 Hz, but they have vertical rotate feature. My 24-inch monitor rotates, but that's because I didn't install the stand very well. Actually, it is supposed to rotate. Well done, Matthew. You've got to treat yourself. We're not on this planet for very long, and it seems to be getting shorter every day, so treat yourselves. And if you are treating yourselves, make sure you use the affiliate links in the video description. Stuart Cleary says, wash salads well, pesticides, weed killer, etc. We actually use, am I allowed to say the MM thing?
I don't think you are.
Okay. There is something that we use actually in the water to neutralise bad stuff, but we're not allowed to say it on YouTube.
Completely, but it does get rid of it.
Good old YouTube. Josh Wells, back to tech. It's basically an issue with the BIOS and the board itself, multiple issues with red CPU light and orange DRAM light failing to boot. Going for a board I know works. It's going to be an Asus sadly, but Asus boards are alright. I don't mind Asus boards. The high-end boards are really good. Mid-range boards are okay. Tough boards I think are overrated. And I've got a relatively high failure rate. They're very popular. David Aiken, super chat to see Mike hang things on his nips. I can't, it's too warm. I would have to leave the windows open or go for a walk in the garden before I was ever going to have any dingles on me dangles.
Get the balls out.
Yeah.
For
I appreciate the £2, but I don't think we're allowed to get nipples out on YouTube streams. I think that's also banned as well, isn't it? I'm not even sure you're allowed to say that. We'll find out. Matthew Day says, will Lad Baby win Xmas #1 on sausage rolls? I don't know. I got a feeling it might be that We Are the 99% might be #1. It is in some places. But you'd have to look for it. Jim's text says, okay, why is everything that is good for you, why does it taste like shit? We're definitely allowed to say shit because it is in context of food, which is potentially shit. I'll be honest, the salads we have, I have a salad, a mountain of salad. So we've got our sliced carrot, we've got our lettuce.
not sliced, grated.
Grated carrot, sorry. Grated carrot, we've got cucumber sliced, got lettuce, got little chopped cherry tomatoes,
Mike can't eat them
an
hot.
absolute an absolute truckload of grated cheese, and some nice ham, gammon ham,
Balsamic you
wrapped like into little tiny pieces, so I don't have to cut it and lose it all over the plate. Then top it off with a little bit of balsamic vinegar, and it is the bomb. I love it. It tastes amazing.
In fact, you asked for it the next night as well.
Ham salad sandwich is amazing, and this is even better because it doesn't have the bread, so I don't have the bloating and all the other stuff that comes with it. So I like it. I actually spent probably, how long was it? 2 years having a salad every day. Was it about 2 years?
When you did do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't 2 years ago.
No. Yeah, about
10.
5 years, 6 years.
About 10.
Actually, yeah, probably about 10 years ago. Literally,
It's probably about 13.
I put on so much weight, it was horrendous. So I'm right, got to sort my life out, got to be healthy, and I would have a salad for dinner and possibly tea every day for the best part of 2 years. And I never felt better. And I'm going to do it again, possibly. Clickset Kev says it's banned on Twitch. There we go. Matthew says, freebie, someone upgraded into 27-inch and I solved the issue of the new monitor not working on DVI single link. Awesome. Paul Lamont, my first MSI motherboard was an Intel Socket 775 MSI P35 Platinum. Today still with MSI B550 Gaming Plus. That is what I've got there. That's the B550 Gaming Plus. Love that board. Ricardo says, my first motherboard was PC Chips SIS 530. It was a joy for me. My first motherboard, I don't even know what brand it was because it was so old. It had ISA slots on it. It was the AT form factor in a flat desktop, excuse me, but then put into a different case. I've actually got no idea what it was. I'm sure it wasn't Intel chipset. It definitely wasn't VIA because VIA wasn't a thing back then. I don't think it was SIS either. So I'm not even sure. The first motherboard I actually bought at my own money was a MSI 6119, I believe it was, which was a Intel Slot 1 motherboard, which was based on the BX440 chipset or LX440 chipset, and a Celeron 3300. Super chat from O'Reilly, £5 says, cover the cost of all Mike's demonetising. Good night all, time to sleep as I have to study day tomorrow. Good night. Have a nice night, mate. Sleep well. He's had a tough week, so you need the rest. Recuperate yourself. Jim's text says, Mike doing a hot tub stream. If we lived in America or Mexico, or two doors up, I would do a hot tub stream. Stuart Cleary says, healthy option, doesn't taste like shite. Kale, cashew nuts, pineapple, banana, avocado. Yeah, also fruit-wise, I have a banana. Try and have a banana every day. Try and have an apple every day. All good stuff. Oh, in a blender. I got a little blender. Could do that. Ham and mustard sarnie. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, doing loads of juicing. First custom build, says John, was an MSI motherboard, the P4N Diamond. Dutch Jan says my first PC was an XT. No idea. I'm not. Was mine XT or AT? I think it was AT because it had an AT power supply. Ordinary Dude, my first PC was a DX33 486. I think my first one. Now I could be wrong at this, but I'm reasonably sure. I think it was an SX33, which was then upgraded to a DX266. I think. And I've got a very, very strange feeling that I'm pretty sure our first PC was a 386, not a 486. I'm pretty sure it was a 386, and we had to upgrade it to a 486 for some reason for Windows 95B, not the first one. I'm sure that it was something along those lines. Rick H says my first PC was IBM XT clone with two 5 1/4 floppy drives. I never had a PC with 5 1/4 floppy drives. I avoided that. Tristan G says I make curries. Yum. If you make a curry from new, that's awesome.
Angel does, doesn't she?
Yeah, our daughter does. It's good. Mark Google says, I want to gift a message, but I can't write only 150 characters. My message did 600, maybe next time. Thank you. Kieran Atkinson's in the house. How you doing, Kieran? Geordie General says, hi, Kath. Hi, Geordie General. And thank you, Stuart, for the $5. I forgot to add almond milk for that smoothie. See, almond milk is one of those things which I'm not entirely convinced on about almond milk. I think
nice.
Is almond milk the one? Oh yeah, soy milk is the one that I'm against. Soy milk I think is a bad thing. I don't think soy milk is a good idea. But yeah, almond milk is a good shout. Almonds are quite good for you, aren't they? William Bodie says, Rich Hope Calf says, might go get a beer. I did actually put some beers in the fridge tonight.
Do you want a beer?
I don't know, I do. I got a bit, my throat was getting a bit. Ashley Strachan says, my first 486 DX266 also saved up for a first gen 3DFX from Creative. Bloody thing will be worse from cash now. Yes, I think my first 3DFX card I combined with my K5. I'm pretty sure it was a K5 processor.
There's the kitten.
And an ATI Rage 128. There's the kitten. Don't think you can see her. Oh, you got delayed reactions there now. Rick H says, my first had the 8088 processor. See, yeah, I'm not sure. If I go back to my ZX81, in those days, I suppose technically I did have computers then, but I'm kind of more veering over towards kind of real computers, for want of a better word, like IBM compatibles. It's fair.
Soy milk is not good.
Yeah.
Especially if you're very nipply.
Yeah. J Rich, my first PC was a Sinclair Spectrum 128. I think when it comes, I think I got into the PC thing quite early because I started off with an Atari 2600, and even before that, I think I had the Pong thing with the 5 games and the shooting gun. I went through pretty much most of those things, and I think I came to the kind of conclusion early on that I was more of an indoorsy person than an outdoorsy person. I would spend hours loading in Spectrum 48K games on tape and sat there reading my Sinclair User magazine, waiting for a game to load. Those were the days, weren't they? Good old, honest. You didn't have all that bullshit marketing. Well, you kind of did, but it wasn't as obvious. So you just have, yeah, game reviews and how to use your computer in the magazine, loads of adverts on every page. You used to have the full A4 sized adverts for games which I would quite sadly, because we were quite poor, and the wallpaper we had was like that wood chip stuff, which I think a lot of people had in the 70s and 80s. So I would get my Sinclair User magazine or PC magazine, and I'd rip out the full page A4 game adverts, and I would stick those up as posters on my wall. So I had things like Outrun, Hang On, probably not Defender, but games in that kind of 1985, 86 kind of era. And yeah, I had them all plastered around my wall, and literally the whole thing just video game posters. It was cool, I loved it. I would love to be able to do it again, but magazines don't really do those sort of full A4 spreads now for advertising games, which is a shame. You used to have all the coin-op kind of conversions, so you had like Gauntlet, Space Harrier, Hang On, Hard Driving, Star Wars, all those kinds of things. It's a very cool time. Yeah, the games on a tape is going back. I think it was a very, very different time. We were very laid back then. You think, if you have to wait for a game to load now on your computer between one part of a map to the next, you're like, oh, come on. Really impatient. And then we've got that 24/7 news cycle, so everything's like fast, snappy. You haven't got time for anything. But back in the day when you were a kid, like, you'd press play, let the game load, listen to it load, read your magazine, chill, maybe have the radio on in the background, listen to the pop music and all that stuff. It was a very, very different time.
You could hear music over that tape thing.
Geordie General, thank you very much for supporting the channel and becoming a member. Thank you very much. You now get early access to the videos. You sad, sad person.
Thank you.
Actually, I'm the one who makes them, so I'm the sadder one. Thank you very much. Yeah, 10 minutes to load a game. Those were the good old days. Yeah, loading Gauntlet from a cassette on the Spectrum. That was one of the things I really hated about games like Outrun and Paperboy, because you'd start off, you'd do the first part of the level, then depending which part of the branch you went. So for those who don't know, those older games, you'd start off in a like straight line, first level was always the same. Then you could either go left or right. Then from each one of those left or rights, you'd go left or right again. So there was kind of about 35 different ways of getting to the final bit on a lot of games. So you'd have your inlay cassette with all the markings on for the tape counter. So at the beginning of the game, you'd rewind the cassette, press the counter reset button, so you'd be on 000. You'd load in the first game, and then it would say, please load level 2. So you'd look on the cassette inlay, level 2 is at 123 on the counter. So you'd fast forward the tape, 120 something, press play, and then just hope and pray that you got it to the right place, or that your tape counter was actually working. Those were the days. I think we must have been all a little bit more patient back then. Jay Rich says Barbarian. Yeah, the Barbarian poster, because that was, oh God, who did they have on it? There was Maria Whittaker, who at the time was one of those page 3 booby girls, and she was part of that game, or at least on the front cover, which probably sold a lot of people that game, to be honest with you.
Was she actually in it?
No, she wasn't in it. The graphics were awful on a Spectrum, weren't they?
We had it on. Well,
their idea of boobs would have been 2 zeros with dots in the middle.
2 squares.
2 squared. Yeah, squared boobs on the Spectrum. If you wanted high-res boobs, you'd have to get a Commodore 64.
I had Commodore 64. What game were we talking?
Oh, dear. Mr. Moley says, Mike, are you still using that Vision headset for your movies? I'll be honest with you, actually, the last 2 movies I watched, Bob sent us another set of headphones, which were the Sadie's 510, S510. I can't see from here, they're on the shelf. So no, I haven't, is the honest answer. No. I should have done, actually. I haven't watched a lot of movies recently. I've been trying to catch up on the SA810, sorry, that was the ones. But I would quite happily use them again. They're really good. For the money, actually, you can't go wrong. Poppy is breathing really fast. Bobby, don't jump.
Very jumpy as well.
Yeah, she is quite jumpy.
Hides when the door goes.
Space Cadet 3D Pinball. Oh, I love that game. That was awesome. Geordie General says, you need a kitten's wish list on Amazon for Christmas so I can get her something. She doesn't need any toys or anything, honestly.
She does need toys.
She doesn't.
She gets bored.
Literally, there's a whole bucket of toys over there, and she still decides that either my fingers, my feet, or my camera equipment is far more enjoyable.
Or my legs is a scratching post.
Yeah. Jibant1 says that poster was on my wall. Is that going back to the Barbarian game? Yeah. James Miscellaneous says, look at that sweater. James Miscellaneous, look at that YouTuber. James Miscellaneous, for those of you ladies and gentlemen who don't know, James has his YouTube channel of his own. Does a little bit of the tech stuff and kind of fly on the wall type stuff, I guess, really, saying what's going on in his life. But a couple of videos he's done recently have been absolute stormers. I think yesterday's video was, I think I'm probably right in saying it's probably loads more now, but it was somewhere in the region of about 350,000 views, which, to put into context, is basically half what we get in an entire month for all of our videos. And that is just one video, so that one has actually got some serious traction. So well done, James. And actually, reading through the comments, I think actually there's a lot of people which see that video for what it actually is. And I'm not going to give it away. If you want to see what it's all about, James, if you want to post a link to your video in the chat, you're more than welcome to. You might be able to, if not, Kath will do it for you, but it actually is very, very good. Yes, James Miscellaneous, the legend that is. That was great stuff. Yeah, miscellaneous stuff, hence the name of the channel. Yeah, it was. I've watched some of those videos. This. You're very modest, James. You're very modest. Anyway, we should go through and show you what you lovely people could potentially win in the giveaway, which we are holding.
This one.
I need a
Rugged Man.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. How many views has it had now?
344,000.
Oh, I was close. It's only 6,000, mate. What's 6,000 views between friends?
That's about 2 weeks.
That's 2 weeks, yeah.
On one video for us. Yeah, look at his tats.
Yeah, I know. It's insane. Mr. 7 Digit, how you doing? And also good evening to Jay Rich. And Shani Kelly. We've had this conversation before, and I'm sure we worked out to pronounce that, and I've forgotten already. Kavorka Designs, how you doing as well? So let's have a look. So Shani Kelly, that's the one. Thank you. So if you want to be involved in the giveaway, sadly, again, this is only for United Kingdom residents. There's not much I can do about this. So it's a gaming and streaming bundle. So the first thing we got is the MG010 extra large gaming mouse mat. Actually, nice mouse mat, nice fabric finish to it. It's not Cordoba, but it does feel very similar. Got RGB surround around the outside edge, plugs into a USB, and you can choose your RGB colors, etc. Dimensions, if you're wondering if it's going to actually fit on your desk, is 800 by 300 by, I'm not sure how deep it is actually, I think it's 4 mil. Yeah, 4 millimeters. So actually, sorry, I'm lying. It's 800 by 305 millimeters and 4 millimeters deep. So you get a mouse mat. Obviously, to go with a mouse mat, you're going to need a mouse, obviously. So you get the Scorpion G943, pretty much an ambidextrous mouse, although can be used obviously left or right-handed. If you prefer, really nice RGB on this. You've probably seen from the video if you haven't already, but yeah, nice mouse. 10,000 DPI, obviously swappable. Omron switches, 20 million clicks, and the sensor in this one, if I remember rightly, is Omron, Pixar. Yeah, 3325 Pixar sensor in there, so pretty decent mouse. So these retail around about 30 quid. The mouse mat retails around about 20, 25 quid. Also, you get a webcam, obviously for gaming and streaming. So MPC01, again about 20 quid, so 1080p, built-in microphone, built-in LED lights on the front as well. So if you've got a slightly darker room, or you've got the lights out and you just want to put some light onto your face when you're actually streaming, so you can do that from there. There is actually a physical light switch on the back of this cell, which is really good. So you don't have to piss around with software trying to get the light to come on or off. You can just literally turn it on when you want it on. So that's awesome as well. Nice little clamp on it. That is included. So you also get a headset, obviously headset for gaming, for listening to what you're saying. Also you've got a microphone built in. So you've got the Scorpion HG9015G headset, USB powered 7.1 surround sound, etc, etc. Really nice, actually really loud as well, surprisingly loud. 50mm drivers, and yeah, USB 2 cable length 2.2 meters. That's the only thing I wasn't really sure on. Frequency response between 20 Hz and 20 kHz, so nice full range there for the subsonics. So you can get that as well. The webcam, I think, is about 15-20 quid. Headset, again, around about 25-30 something like along those lines. You also get the Scorpion Mic 03, so that is a USB powered microphone, condenser style mic. Also comes with a built-in stand, metal legs on the stand rather than plastic as well, which is always good. And you get the pop shield, which is built into the frame. And also there is a, what do they call it? Well, a microphone goes in to stop it picking up bumps. A frame stand thing. I have to read it off the box.
Hold on a second.
Hello.
Mr. Mooley said, you like a good bargain. The Logitech C615, what a price? $25.99.
All right.
Is that good?
Logitech C15. Was that a web camera?
Yeah. C615.
Don't think I've ever seen that one. Yeah, post it in the chat. What do they call it? Adjustable stand angle. I can't think what it's called. Someone will let me know in the comment. Anyway, you know what it is. It's basically a kind of a frame which is with rubber bands to stop it from picking up bumps and bangs. USB powered, so nice and easy to use. And the best bit, in my opinion, is the keyboard. So you get this keyboard. This is, I can't remember the model number of this actually. Where is it? KG934 gaming keyboard. So this is effectively a full-size keyboard, but it is in a compact frame. So it's a 10 keyless design, but you've still got number pad on there, which is combined with like print screen, scroll lock, all that kind of stuff. And you've got the arrow keys on there as well, but it's got some really unusual RGB underglow to it as well. And the switches are blue switches, blue Otemu style switches, and that retails around about 35 quid also. So that is basically everything that comes in the bundle if you win. But the winner also gets some money as well. So you get £50 worth of Green Man Gaming vouchers. So not only can you start gaming and streaming, you can also buy the actual games that you want to play. So 50 quid on Green Man Gaming should probably get you at least 2 AAA titles, if not more. So yeah, it's a really nice bundle. Roughly, I think I worked out it's like about 165 for this, and then another 50 quid on top. So about £220 worth in value altogether. So what do you reckon, Poppy?
She's not included.
Simply not interested. So if you want to be involved in that, the link's in the video description. I think you can have up to, I think it's about 8 entries per person. And if you recommend people, you get an extra one, etc, etc. So if you want to be in it to win it, please do go over. Obviously, it is going to be UK shipping, so that's all paid for. You don't have to pay for anything. There's no taxes or anything like that. So if you win, and that is it. You just get all the stuff come through free, which is always nice. Free is good. And that's just a nice little kit. It's all RGB, all kind of matches up together. And even if you don't want it, enter anyway, and you can give it to someone else if you want to. Doesn't bother me, doesn't bother Marvo. They just want to give it away. They for some reason, they liked the giveaway that we did. Not the giveaway, they liked the video reviews we did on some of their other products, and yeah, they want to promote their brand, and they wanted to help us out and help you guys out, so it's all good. Cheers, Patrick. Thank you for the super chat there. Happy holidays, everyone. Gotta go. Take care. Yeah, you take care of yourselves and each other.
Merry Christmas.
Jerry Springer said that. Geordie General says entered yesterday. I think I got 7 entries. Awesome. James Mazzillia says I'm wearing my Mub sweater right now too. Excellent. How's it handling? How's it wearing is what I'm trying to say in a very crude and bad way. I'm assuming you've had it for a little while now, so you've washed it a few times. Is it kind
have
of?
the embroidered one, I think.
Yeah, James got the embroidered one, the top-notch one. So is it like bobbling or anything, or is it fading, or is it still maintaining its colours and all that stuff? It's very good, excellent. Jim's Tech says, Mike, if you want a real laugh, Google RTX 2050. The RTX 2050, is it something like it's an RTX, or it's like a rebranded other thing, which isn't even a 2050? Excellent. ClickTech Kev says, my t-shirt's going strong still. Excellent, excellent. Paul Bakewell's back. How you doing, Paul? Logitech C615 portable webcam. Full HD. That's interesting.
Going from £69.
Yeah, that's a pretty decent deal. I don't think I've ever seen the C615. There's the C920, which is kind of like the one that everyone had. Then you got there was a, is it 620, which was an awful one, like 720p. James Messina says, I already won a prize from this channel. I was sent a free tool set. Oh. Have you lost any of it yet?
Stuart is wearing his mud cap today.
Ah, excellent. Yes, that's one thing I don't wear very often, actually. Well, being that I don't go out. Hey, where the hell's my mud cap gone? Oh, it's in another thing.
Sounds like something you'd have on your wheels.
Yeah. This is good, having a cordless mic. I can walk around and grab things. It's all good. So the mud trucker's cap. Oh, that's not adjusted very well, is it?
I bet Angel's been wearing that.
There we go, that's better. The trucker's cap, also available from Mikesunboxing.com. James says, can we get a YouTube video that has Poppy, Flame, Snowflake, Mr. Clinton and Blackberry and Oreo all together? Make it happen.
Oh wow, Mr. Hanky.
Mr. Moley, I'm still rocking a Vega 56. You should sell it. Miners love those cards. I think they still work pretty well.
Stuart's is all black.
Ah, so you got the all black.
The all black one as well.
Well, there's, yeah, that's not the trucker cap. That's just the baseball cap. Or that's the peak cap. There's the black one. Quite like the print on that. Come out well. Anyway, that's enough of that. Doesn't really go with a Christmas jumper, does it? Fred Brown, like number 60. Thank you, Fred. There's actually something else we got this week as well, which I'm not too sure what I would feel about this. I had a microphone sent from Tonner that actually turned up today. Condenser microphone. I'm not... You guys know I generally wear a lav mic and my mic pack. So I don't know whether I'm going to use this for streaming purposes or not. There's always an issue with USB where there's a very, very slight lag between what you say and what the video actually shows. But this apparently is around about £30, but it's supposed to be very, very good. A few people have reviewed it and says absolutely excellent for the money. And if you did like a blind test against this and some of the really expensive mics, like costing 5, 6, even 10 times as much, you really do struggle to notice the difference. So yeah, kind of interested to check that one out. It's one of these things where usually you get an email come through and they say, oh, can you try this? And it's like, oh, I'm not really keen. But then some things you're like, actually, I am slightly intrigued. Mr. Moley says, yeah, people on eBay are selling them for 800 quid. Trooper C says, that hat makes you look older. I think it's the bold shine that makes you look younger. Leave it off. Oh dear, thank you. J Rich says, just entered the giveaway. Awesome. Cheers, Fred. Oh, actually, I should show you the motherboard. That so the other MSI motherboard that I got this week, this one is horrendous. So it turned up in this box, just a plain black box, and on the side it says D grade, which basically says no IO shield, board only. So I managed to get this. This is a Intel board. It's a B460-A Pro, which is to be used in conjunction with Intel i3 processor, or i5, or i7, or i9. Basically anything 10th gen. I managed to pick up the board and the processor and get some change at 100 quid. So for a 4-core 8-thread processor and a motherboard for 100 quid is pretty bloody good these days. You try getting an AMD processor on its own for less than 100 quid, it's nigh on impossible. Ghost Adders with us says, love the jumper, Mike. Thank you very much. You are a Star Wars fan, so you would appreciate it. You can see it all now? So, I am sucking it in. What do you think I'm doing? So let's have a look at this motherboard. Let's go to the overhead camera. Hey, it's working. There you go. You can see Poppy as well. So if you don't want to see the motherboard, at least you can see the cat. So processor-wise, yeah, i3 Intel iCore. This is the i3 10105F. I always find it weird saying that number. 10100 I could do with, but 10105F is, yeah. Anyway. Oh dear. So, these are the 3D printed IO shields, which we were actually sent these ages ago by a friend of the family. I'm trying to think of his name. George's friend.
Oh, Harvey.
Harvey.
Harvey was in the chat just now.
Harvey Lyndon.
He was in the chat.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, he's in the chat just now. Sorry, Harvey, I didn't notice you there. So, yeah, Harvey printed out 3 of these, I think it was. It was Harvey, wasn't it?
Was.
Yeah. So he printed out 3 of these. I did actually try and use one already on another motherboard ages ago. And made a right pig's ear of it. So it didn't turn out particularly well. So
you've got those knife skills.
So now I've got knife skills, yeah, I've got this. You see, look, I even printed out an MSI spec sheet and made some notes on there. So when I was doing the video, I knew what I was saying. Just making some notes on there, because literally trying to do unboxing without an actual box is really, really freaking hard. Like, nigh on impossible. So this is literally how it comes. You get a box, which is a generic kind of MSI, I guess it's like a returns box. It was a really good deal, but I'm still concerned. So the motherboard, as you can see, has got a little bit of bend to it already. So whoever installed it has installed it like it's a banana. But it's not a fully featured board. But saying that, the processor can't really do a great deal anyway. It's quite a cut down processor in terms of power requirements, etc. But you got all the usual kind of suspects there. So you got your M.2 slot, which takes NVMe or M.2 SATA. Got a couple of SATA 2 Gen 1 slots. You've got the PCI Express Gen 3 x16 slot, so you can put a graphics card in there. Obviously 2 slots of RAM supporting up to, I believe it was 64 gigs of RAM I read, but that seems unbelievable. So yeah, realistically 1632 is going to be fine. Diagnostic LEDs in the corner, so that's awesome. But yeah, overall, this cost me, I'm pretty sure, about £28. So for 28 quid for a motherboard, it's
Will it game okay?
It's good. Yeah, it's going to game okay. That's the real thing about gaming is going to come down to the other things. So your processor, your RAM, and the graphics card, and all that kind of stuff. The motherboard itself is basically just throwing all that stuff around. Now, clearly, you don't want to kind of go with something on here like a 10900, because there's no real point, and the VRMs don't even have coolers on them, so it's going to get toasty rather quick. But for an i3, i5, or even some of the older Celeron chips, this is going to be absolutely fine. And I just noticed actually there's a jumper in this top corner which I didn't see before, and I don't even know what that's for. There's a little jumper just in there. J1. Never noticed that before. Anyway, so yeah, there we go. David Aitken says the 10105F is a great gamer. Yeah, there's no reason why it shouldn't be. So 3.7 gigahertz is the base clock, and I think they go up to something like 4.3, 4.2 maybe. James Msenia says, does jumper mean sweater? Yes.
Pullover.
Or a pullover.
It's a cardigan, but thanks for noticing.
Yes, that's right, Stuart. Ricardo says, I have to check my 10400 box. It was a little bit different. Yeah, because it's the 05 version, they've slightly upgraded what the 10th gen processor looked like. I'm pretty sure the previous 10th gen I had didn't look like this. It was a darker blue, slightly different box altogether. The cooler, I'm not even sure. I don't even know if I want to take it out, to be honest with you. So I think it'll just make me cry. Anyway, oh, there's the cat giving me yawn. Hello.
Robo Horror.
Robo Horror.
Robos.
What's your favourite disgusting sandwich?
Yeah, he's gone now.
You've deleted the question.
Yeah, what is your most disgusting sandwich?
I think my most disgusting sandwich would probably have to be peanut butter and jelly.
No, what would you eat disgusting? That would sound. I took it as.
Oh.
You wouldn't eat that, would you?
I wouldn't eat it, no.
What would you eat that was just like a sandwich with pickled onion?
Oh, I don't even know. I don't know what to think about it. Irie Wolfman says, not seen a brown board in a long time. Yeah, there is. I've had a couple recently of the cheaper boards, which have had that sort of brown tinge to them, which is, it's not great. But the theory is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this into a little budget build. I'm going to use that Sahara Alien case. I'm going to use this motherboard, that processor. I've got 16 gigs of RAM. Oh, let me just grab my box. So I'm going to use, I've got some Crucial Ballistics gaming memory, so that's DDR4 3200, which is overkill for this, because we're only going to get a maximum of 2666 out of it, but at least there's a little bit of headroom there. Going to put in the GeForce GT 1030, which is also MSI, lots of MSI, and power supply wise, here it pops. I'm going to go with Old Faithful. This cost me 15 quid, so it's it'd be daft not to use it. So overall, we're looking at a pretty cheap system. And I managed to pick up, like I said, I bought 2 drives off a local guy off of Facebook Marketplace. So I got, oh, they're upside down. That's not very professional, is it? So 2 XPG NVMe drives. One's a 512, one is a 256. So XPG SX 6000 series. I said S something else earlier, but yeah, SX 6000 series. So I could go with a 256 just to get a basic little system up and running. Maybe a 512 or maybe add another mechanical drive after. I think it's going to make a nice little system. I think it'll work out. I think it will work out. James Miscellaneous, what about the drunk guy who ate a turtle and thought it was roast beef on a hard roll? Ricardo, Crucial, yee! Execute code 66. So anyway, that is the, so I've got those 2 drives. So I'm going to try and do something with those. I picked them up, they're actually not a bad deal. I paid £15 for the small one and £35 for the bigger one, which isn't brilliant, but it's absolutely fine. Next up, RGB Noctua Brown. Rick H says, I have no complaints with my GT 1030. The thing is, at the moment, there isn't a lot on the market. There really isn't. So this is going to be a foundation for a nice little system, which isn't going to cost a fortune. In fact, I need to kind of work out roughly what that's going to cost. I'm going to write it down because I don't have the technology of a calculator. Well, I do, but not to hand.
I would use it on your copy.
Yeah, I wouldn't use a pen. So let's start with the graphics card. So the graphics card cost 90. Motherboard was 28. The RAM was 44, I think. Processor was 67. Actually, no, 68. I'm telling lies. The case was 30. Power supply was 15. And depending on what drive we go in, let's go with the cheaper one, so 15. So let's do some mental arithmetic here, because I think that is all the parts. So 90 plus 28 is 118.
Do it on the calculator.
Plus 44 is 162. No. Try that again.
Did you calculate?
Yeah, do the calculator thing, Kath. 118 plus 44.
Yeah.
How much is that?
162.
Oh, I was right. Plus 68.
230.
230. Plus 30. 260. Plus 15. 275. Plus 15 is 290. So I think that is all of it, isn't it? So GPU. Case was 30. So what was £28? No, motherboard. So Mobo, RAM, CPU, case, SSD, and PSU. So yeah, under 300 quid. There we go. Quick arithmetic there. Under 300 quid to get gaming. So we've got £10 left, so that'll be a Windows license key. Easy and a bit of change.
Everyone wants to work it out on their Casio wristwatch. Oh, remember them. Those little buttons.
Nice one, Squibby. Happy days. Let's go back to the main camera. So yeah, there we go.
Unsub because you're left-handed.
Left-handed weirdo, that's right. So, or if you want, you can get a PS5. But PS5s, you can't download dodgy whereas. So you'll save some money in the long run with a PC. Although the PS5 arguably would be considerably better graphics and actually the more powerful system by a considerable margin. But a PC is always going to be your flexible friend. It can do pretty much what you want. There's a lot of things obviously that PlayStations can do now. But it's not as much fun as it is building a PC and actually upgrading. Upgrading a PlayStation 5 is basically buying a PlayStation 6. That is the upgrade path. Whereas with the PC, you can buy parts, sell parts. It's all good fun. And also, when you do it wrong, there's a chance that you could view one of our videos. So that's always an upside for me. This box is horrendous. I can't even get it back in the box. Come on. That's right. That's right, Pelpy. We're going to Dagobah. Right, so that is that. So yeah, that's going to be a nice little system. I did want to do the build today, but everything I've picked up today so far, I've split my thumb open again. Oh, Bobby, stop it!
Bobby.
Can't stand on the keyboard. It turns on claret browsing, which I still don't even know what means.
Yeah, Alex didn't make it home in time.
Oh, poor Alex. Bless him.
No.
Got my keyboard back now.
Lena said he'd be on the channel, and I said he did visit us recently,
He did, yeah.
but he wasn't on the channel. He was just here long enough for Poppy to climb on his shoulder.
Yeah, it's true. Jim's Text says, need a 1650 for that build, Mike. A 1650 would be ideal, but 1650 at the moment are so expensive. It's just madness, it really is. Second-hand PS4 price. Yeah, if you're into console gaming and gaming is your thing and your priority, then a console at the moment is definitely the better option. Mr. Moley says, that PC you're building would be great for Xbox cloud gaming. Of course, yeah, that would be for Nvidia streaming or for any of them, Stadia, all that kind of... Can you run Stadia on PC? I think that is going to be a thing soon, if it's not. Squibby, was the thumb injury from that metal splinter. Oh no, that was the week before. William Bodie says, Mike has the 1060. I do, but I can't put it into a system to sell because it was a gift, so I'm not going to sell that. This was the injury, so I got this little safety knife. It's a safety knife because you can retract the blade. Unfortunately, when it went to stab into my thumb, it kind of went in. It went into probably a few markers deep on the knife, and I think I pulled it out on a bit of an angle as well. So it's basically, yeah, it hurts. And it was one of those things where as soon as the blade came out, it just went blood gushing, and I didn't like it. I was not pleased. I was very displeased, in fact. I was like, oh, bloody hell, that's ruined my day. Again.
Co-op's asked, what's
James,
the age?
yeah.
Get him to guess.
Yeah,
Him or her.
co-op, guess. Feel free to guess.
Everyone guess.
Yeah, everyone guessed my age, I don't care. I can only be offended. And having a YouTube channel means that you get offended on a regular basis and you get to be very thick-skinned. Otherwise,
Apart from on your thumbs.
Yeah, apart from my thumb. Otherwise, you will drive yourself slightly mad. Stuart Clary is coming with a guess of 48. I'm not saying anything. Squibby says 29 tomorrow. What was that? You or me?
My mum's birthday tomorrow.
Kavorka Design says get a sewing thimble. Yeah, that would have been a better idea. 56. Wow. This is getting worse. Rick H, changing the question quickly. I paired my i3 10100 with Asus GT 1030, 16 gigs of 2666 RAM. I think that's the sensible solution these days. Dave Aitkins says 43. Thank you, Dave. Stuart says 44. You're getting close.
What does Rudolph want for Christmas?
A pony PlayStation.
Sleigh station.
A pony sleigh station.
God. Sorry,
Sorry, Ian W, I've ruined it. Ruined it. Irie Wolfman 38. Dutch Jan 52. Jim's Tech 41, 47. There's quite a wide spread there, not wide as I'd like. Excuse me, COVID. 40 and a half. John 745. You're very close. Let's say upper 40s. I'm not going to say the exact age because then someone will probably try and steal my bloody identity. Scribby says, whose stories did you steal on the old Techno? They were my stories, sadly. I am that old. Mr. Money says he used to be Agent 47 until he settled down doing tech reviews on YouTube. Yes, my criminal past is behind me. James, this is COVID sneeze. Paul Lamont says 40 plus VAT. Yeah, not far off it. That's about right. You were born 1974. I could possibly have been. I was born around the same time as Elvis died. Rick H says, Mike, age is only a number. You tell that to anybody in their 70s or 80s. I think they would disagree. Although mentally upstairs, most people are in their kind of mid to late teens, maybe early 20s. It's just the rest of it all goes to shit. Right, it is coming up to, or it is actually past 11 o'clock, so we should really end the stream, because otherwise this is going to be, well, Poppy wants to go to sleep anyway, so what can I do?
Sleep the whole stream.
Yeah, she woke up, she wants to go back to sleep again.
When she wakes me in the night, can you just pretend to do a stream so she sleeps?
Dutch Jan says, you are younger than me, unbelievable. I'm not sure if that's unbelievable in a good way or a bad way, but...
Like Mark from the hotel.
Thanks, Justin. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. John Sullivan says, my mum went on a cruise lately, she's 77, but now she said everyone was old. Thought that was funny. Yeah, that's right, exactly. It comes to us all at some point.
There won't be a stream next week.
Right, yes, just to clarify, obviously, there will not be, well, I don't think there will. We have not got it planned, and it's very unlikely that there will be a stream next Saturday, because for most people, I think everywhere, time zone independent is going to be Christmas Day. So yes, we will definitely not be, well, I don't like saying definitely not because it's extremely unlikely. If we are going to stream, I may send out a message on the YouTube community forum tab or community tab and on Discord. So if there's going to be a stream, I might just say, look, we're going to do a stream, it's going to be a bit of fun, whatever. We'll try and do something, but it's extremely unlikely. We might try and do another stream in between because the Saturday after is going to be New Year's Day, New Year's Eve, one of the two.
New Year's Day, I think it is.
So we may or may not be doing that, I'm not too sure. Either way, obviously, thank you all so much for joining us tonight. It's been a little bit of a laid back one, chilled out a bit. We've had some fun. We've talked about old stuff, which made us very happy. And we talked about stuff which is new, which makes us less happy because it's way too expensive. But anyway, I digress. So yeah, if we're about, we'll be there. There will be daily videos because we've actually recorded up to, what was it, 3 weeks worth of videos now, Kath? 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
Yeah.
So there's going to be a new video every day for you anyway. We're still going to be working. Just because this is the last live stream, we're going to be working all the way through Christmas into New Year's, etc. The Discord will be going active, so if you want to join us on Discord for a chat, or if you're just feeling a little bit down and you just want to speak to somebody, just reach out to us on Discord. We're more than happy to take questions, comments, and just have some fun. If you want to join the giveaway, or you want to get involved with the getaway, the links are in the video description. Also, there is a dedicated video which we did, which was released yesterday, with the details for it as well. It is UK based, etc. But yeah, anyway, you can take care of that. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you, Dave Aitken, for the super chat, another £2. Thank you very much. Getting closer and closer to that almond milk.
Oh, sorry, I put the light off.
I can't see.
I tried to put the giveaway link in. Somebody else.
At my age, I need the light. Can't see in the dark. So yeah, thank you all so much for taking part. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for those of you that are members of the channel. It really does help. And thanks for all of you that take the time and effort to comment, like, and just watch the content. It is very, very good. So Merry Christmas. Happy New Year to you all. Obviously, like I said, we will be seeing most of you in the coming days and weeks. But if we don't see you, hope you have a fantastic Christmas and a very enjoyable New Year. And let's hope that the New Year is definitely better than the last one. Now, I know last year we said it would be a hard job to be as bad as the last one, but I think we've probably doubled down. So next year has to be better, surely? Who knows? Anyway, that's going to wrap this one up. Thanks for watching. In the meantime, I've been Mike. This is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and hopefully we'll see you in the new year. Thanks for watching.